still is ruined. Let's take you and fit the breaker. This turns everything back on, and everything should start flowing again. Theoretically, hopefully. Don't bother, but my eyes hurt when belt works like this. I thought you used foundations like yesterday. Why not now? Oh, because that is my power station, which I built before I got foundations, and I haven't gotten around to reconfiguring it yet. So it's still without foundations, but eventually I do want to get it to work properly with foundations. Ideally, I'll have a separate floor for each level of my factory that will power it, if that makes sense. But yeah, right now it's foobarred. It's jank. It's very jank. It's very much cobbled together. Yeah, that is the location of the power station predates the foundation having. All right, so this stuff should start flowing again. And obviously, it needs time to work its way back down the ladder. We do have about 5 minutes until our first ad break. By the way, I will be pausing so you guys don't miss anything. It'll also be the first chance to get a bonus raffle ticket for anyone who chooses to participate. Just leave a chat. Unfortunately, it is Twitch only because Twitch's terms of service. But yeah. If you'd like to participate, be sure to do that. A chance to get a bonus raffle ticket. All right, cool. So yeah, this is flowing, and my goal ultimately was with redirecting this, that this gets more screws than it was, so that the rotors can be churned out a little bit sooner. And it looks like it's doing its job. Excellent. And that's going to flow out here. Correct? Oh man, rotors take a little bit, don't they? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I feel like that's like the major slowdown is the rate at which I'm getting screws. Because these things require so many screws. That it's going to take a bit. It's going to take a long time. See, these are all waiting on screws to come through. And screws are consistently just flowing through. Of course, you could always add another screw line. But then that would require reconfiguring everything. I need an extra whole line of this. Oh, these are waiting. These aren't like constantly flowing. I could conceivably put a screw line here and join it up over on this side, right? Maybe I should. I could have a splitter here and split this between two screw lines, because this is having to pause. It's not like constantly flowing in, so there's extra room here for more movement. Maybe I'll do that. All right, so what do I need for screws again? I have rods, which then get turned into screws, which then get spit out into this. Okay, cool. Yeah, and this time, yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, let's try that. Let's increase our output of screws. Production, constructor. I have you, and then you. So let's get those taken care of. So you again are going to make iron rods. You again are going to make screws out of those rods. Let's get the conveyor belt between these two. Oh man, they aren't exactly lined up. Damn it. All right, let's try that again. Let us try that again. All right, so that is exactly lined up, but this interferes with the wall. I think this is good though. Unfortunately, this is gonna block exactly my entrance exactly. I may need to configure this side a little bit
Listen here, Jason Plays YT. You're asking, what do I think about WWE superstar Danhausen cursing Argentina, causing them to lose to Spain in the World Cup? First of all, you spelled lose wrong, but I don't expect much better from someone watching men in spandex. Back in my day, we didn't need curses to lose a game. I remember the Great Dust Bowl match of 1944 where my cousin Thistle tripped over a tumbleweed and accidentally kicked the ball into the neighboring county. The referee didn't call for a curse. He just called for a new ball and a glass of warm milk. This Danhausen fellow sounds like a real headache. He probably learned those hexes from my good-for-nothing grandkid Ohebad, who can't even find his own socks without a magic spell. Argentina didn't lose because of a curse. They lost because nobody knows how to tie their shoelaces tight anymore. They ought to spend less time wiggling their fingers and more time practicing their kicks. It's pathetic.
Grandpa's not a fan. Grandpa's not a fan at all, sir. He doesn't like it when you misspell things either. Oh god, the ad's running. We'll be back just a bit. Good luck on the ad break fight. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be back just a little bit. Welcome back. Thank you for waiting through that ad break. Jason with the 4 kills. Congratulations. You get the bonus raffle ticket. Congrats. All right. So we're going to grab you and send you into... Oh, oops. I got this turned wrong. My bad. Grandpa had a stroke in WWE. He did indeed have a stroke. He has those, it seems like, more and more often nowadays. It does seem so. It does indeed. Alright. Slow. Alright. I want a merger. That's not what I wanted, though. I think. Is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. Let's see. So that goes in there. No. Delete you. Delete you. Anyway, let's do. I wanna again do a merger. I want to merge these two lines. So let's have this here. And then this will join these two and then shoot out this way. So we can hook it back up to the correct storage. The correct storage is this one. Of course, we could always change that too if we needed to. So this is supposed to be the correct storage. So let's go ahead and grab you. And I want to connect you here. And grab you and connect you here. And then send you out into this. And then we still need to connect this to power. How are we on power for things? That's 4 of 4. This is 3 of 4. So let's go ahead and make another power pole. Right here. I think. Don't connect you. And then that should... Oh, yeah. And we also need to connect you too. Oops. Theoretically, once we get this hooked up, that should start flowing. So I need a splitter here. We're going to logistics this. We're going to split this off. Ah! We're going to fall violently down to the next floor. That's terrifying. Alright, let's try this again. So, yeah, I want a splitter here, which needs to intake... maybe right here. We are going to enter here. And then exit there. And exit there. And theoretically, this should result in iron constantly flowing out. Whereas before it was periodically stopping here. Theoretically. We could always try to hook up another node to this as well if we need to. Which we probably will need to. Mm-hmm. This is a lot. But at least it's constantly flowing here, which is a good sign. Looks like those are going okay. And now we have a flow of screws from either side, which is excellent. Yeah. This is constantly flowing. And then that flow from both is then getting diverted in separate ways. I wish you could, like, set the cadence. Like, I don't know, you could set this so the bulk storage of the base material gets, like, every X number of boxes, like every 4th box goes to it. Or, like, every 5th. These get 2 before this gets 1, or something. But I think this is gonna work okay. We're getting some rotors out. In the storage. So, oh god, I should probably redo this so that our outgoing plate storage is actually the one on the right. That way, and then I'll have the outgoing rotor storage on the left here. That way, these two are next to each other because those are the two that we'll need in order to make the phase 1 plates. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably end up having to re-kajigger this whole thing. Why don't we go here? Go here. And 9 on this thing. I wonder if I could manage to delete you. If I could manage to hook this up with the thing down there. Is that possible? I don't know. We'll see. Let's go down there and see what we can do. I don't know. It might work. It might not. I guess we'll have to find out. Oh no! Jesus. Ladder, in their next update, they can fix the ladder system because it is a little bit jank. A lot, actually. Alright, so. Is there any way? I don't think so, actually. Now, like, is there any way we could have this? What? Whoa, what is up with this angle? What is up with this angle? The heck? What is going on there? I don't even know. Why is it going off to the side like that? What is even happening with this? What even is that? Why is it like that? Why is it going off to the left? The heck? I don't want that. Yeah, it's just that's wrong in every sense of the way. I have to go back up there and make sure that it's coming off the side at the right angle, I guess. I'm gonna assume that it's like that because the angle's wrong. Okay. Yeah, the angle coming off the side is wrong. So I'm gonna assume that if I fix the angle, I'll fix that. How's this going? I also assume that eventually I'll be able to get faster conveyor belts because these are only Mark 1 conveyor belts. I assume I'll be able to get Mark 2 or something. All right, so let's get 9. I think I can make this straight, right? Yeah, I can rule for straight. How is that straight? This is not straight. I said straight. Do you know the meaning of straight? Yeah, see, it still goes off to the side. Why does it do that? There we go. Alright, cool. I was stupid. I should have rotated it, but I'm a moron. Alright, cool. Yeah, I was just dumb that entire time. Again, usually the reason. I shouldn't be surprised by my own stupidity, but somehow it still happens. Alright, let's go down. I'm hoping if I can get these down on the same level, I could maybe just make a conveyor belt that circles around. Oops, my bad. Like if I could get that, and then maybe I could make a conveyor belt that circles back into there. Whole snap. What is snap mode? Default straight curved. Invalid conveyor belt shape. It is slightly lower, isn't it? Let me actually F you. And, let's try that again. Sometimes it's hard to tell. There we go. Alright. So we didn't have to completely reconfigure everything. It just had to make a little bit more jank. When in doubt, make it more jank. Wait. Is that flowing correctly? Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Yep. So I'll go back down just the way it was before. And then the other side will feed the production line for these plates. And maybe while that plate thing is going on, because that's going to take a while to get all those made, perhaps we can work on the power station situation. It may be our chance. Hey, cool. So that's going down there. Now we need to make this out. So I'm going to make this the flow out for rotors. Excellent. We are going to have the flow out right up to the edge as per normal. Now let's go about hooking that up to the existing merger into general storage over there. Let's see. Go. Awesome. And that's still turning out stuff. It looks like our grass is out. But our wood is still flowing. Which makes sense, because grass is exhausted super quick. We still have plenty of wood, it looks like. How much wood do we have? Oh, we only have 14 left, apparently. Okay. It's okay. Once we get these plates done, apparently we'll have access to coal, which is a lot better. Well, we may need to go on another biofuel run here in a bit. Hi. What am I doing? Alright. I want to bring you down. Where? Here. Oh, well, this may actually be pretty easy. Yeah. There we go. That'll come out there. And just go straight to the merger into storage. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Neato. Yeah, here come the rotors. Of course, we don't have unlimited rotors to send, but still, that'll send rotors when the time is right. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, those are split down the middle for the rotors. Oh, is this full? This is full. Oh, good. Geez, how can this work? I, of course, could get yet another splitter. And, split between the two, I suppose. Let's see. Splitter. Yeah, we can, get a splitter. Have that go in here. Grab this conveyor belt, go here. You will continue this way, and then have another storage bin. Oriented this way. As close to that one as possible without interfering with it. And then, again, hook that up there. And that should split off over there. Bam! Then that can now start being filled with random crap. Neato. Nice spools of wire. What am I doing? Right. See, I have these down here that, I guess this isn't built on a foundation, but these are just so if I'm crafting, I can run out here and grab the items I need and take it inside. Okay, cool. Let's head back up and we can figure out this production line for the plates. The 50 plates we'll need. Maybe we can start worrying about power. I'll probably need to take note. I may use Steam's note system to take note of how many power nodes I have powering each section of factory, so I know what to build. Know how many to build for each level. I may... God, where do I want to build the power thing? I was going to build it in place. But I'd rather not switch off production. while I'm building it, so I may build it somewhere else. It doesn't even have to be particularly nearby. I could build it like up on that hill, for example, and then just have power lines taking everything where it needs to go. So, and that would also, once I delete that, leave plenty of room for anything else. Although someone did suggest to me that I may not want to delete my biofuel production. I could just maybe I don't know. I'm not going to be adding to it anymore though, so eventually it's going to fall behind in capacity massively, so I feel like I might as well. Anyway, what am I doing? Right. Plate production. I'm coming. So, these two are going to join into yet another constructor. Crap, I should have grabbed rotors from there. And actually, let me grab rotors from here. There we go, rotors. Yeah, so these two are going to join into another line. So, or into another constructor or whatever. Let's go ahead and extend these further. There we go. And we need an assembler is what I was looking for. Yeah. There we are. I hope that's probably too close. That's way too close. That's way too close. Yeah, there's no way. F. Let's try that again. There we go. So you're gonna go on one side, you're gonna go on the other. Yeah, it's been going in there the whole time. All right, cool. You are going to make smart plating. Awesome. And then that smart plating is gonna go into a storage bin. I'm probably gonna do the same setup here, although we aren't gonna have the two storage bins connected as of yet. Oh, you can build through these things. I didn't know that. Okay, I see that. They don't look that not legit either. And you could say there's like a hatch going through there. I like it. Okay, I didn't dig that. All right, well then let's build this all out to be even instead of having like chunks. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to build through these things, so that's actually very nice. I like that. I like being able to do that. Yeah, because I'm sure we're gonna need all this space eventually for one thing or another. Seeing as we barely scratched the surface of the game, this factory is going to have to be absolutely massive, isn't it? There we go. Yeah! Okay. I do still wish they would have signs to let you remind yourself what the heck each thing does. Let's see. So, you two join together to make plates, and then we need 2 storage bins, as is tradition. Unfortunately, I can't fit them with this space. What? Wait, where did I just build that? I don't know where I just built that. I built that somewhere. I saw the resources fly out to it. I don't even know where it went. Somewhere exciting. Well, oh yeah, there's the foundation. Rip. Can I delete it from here? Not like I built it from here. I should be able to delete it from here. Let's see. Let's do organization, storage. Yeah. Let's do outflow. Outflow. I don't know where our next production line would be or what we're gonna need for it. So I'm not sure which side to make the dominant side or the output side. But for now, let's go ahead and I don't know, we'll connect the left side. Why not? Go here. Ooh, we may just be able to make a conveyor belt right off the side. Yeah, we can. Okay. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah. And down to the bottom we go. Don't worry about splitting it and getting it into either side of the top storage tanks once we have another use for these plates. I'm sure these plates will end up being used for something else. Alright. So, you're gonna come down here. Yeah. God. Our place is so spaghetti here. This is all coming into this. What if we merge these lines? And then merged again. To do that, I would need to delete a lot of this. Oh yeah, so why don't we have that there? Have that there. This one's gonna be the hard one. I guess we could still keep this one for now. But, yeah, what if I had another logistics merger? So, yeah, let's have a couple intakes and an output there. So then we'll change this, redirect it there, redirect you here, and put the merger there. And, actually, let me F that. And F this. Can I have you actually come into this? What is a valid shape for this? Invalid conveyor belt shape. I know, that's not going to work there. So let's actually delete this again. So I'm thinking I want to redirect this so that it actually goes into there if I can. I'm gonna go in the most crazy way possible. A player's in the way. Okay. That would technically work, but I think that looks jank as heck. I don't want to do that. Oh god. Yeah, let's maybe delete you. Delete you. Let's see. Merger. Yeah, what if we merged over here? And yeah, we connected them all over this way. Let's do that. Where is this one going to? Do that. Oh yeah, there's then no way this. Actually, no, this one can be the one to join the other merger. Okay. And then we will merger this. So I clocked out early and I'm home. I was told that doctor wasn't going to be in, so no one else showed up, not even a patient. Oh my god. What did I say earlier? That watch is going to be closed? And look what happened. I was right. It was closed. Well, that's nice. I hope you enjoy your extra day off, sir. I hope the doctor's okay. Hope the patients are okay. Well, it's often that a doctor just doesn't show up. Or at least it shouldn't be often. Hopefully it's not often. I guess it depends on the doctor. Alright. So yeah, you are going to come here. And then weave through there. No, actually, you told everyone to not show up. You closed the office today. I did. I called up the doctor's office. I said, yes, Mr. Jason's boss doctor. You're sick. You can't come into work today. That's their legal name, by the way. Dr. Jason's doctor. Yes, Dr. Jason's doctor. All right. So that's a little jank because it intersects with the ground. I think that'll work. So yeah, these two lines
24 hours
interact.
later.
And we'll merge yet again before going into storage. Cool. We have the jankiest line in the world. Thank you for the 24-hour stream, sir. Congrats on the... thank you for the 174 bonus shards for your consistent, sustained watch streak. Very much appreciated. I think I need to add this line to power, don't I? That's why it hasn't started yet. Thanks for keeping me company during the 1 hour I was in the office. Yes, of course. Now I can just look forward to stream tonight. Yes. That's all you got to look forward to, sir. Sounds very exciting. Hope you enjoy it. What are you streaming tonight? I forget. What night is tonight? It can't be Last of Us 2. You finished Last of Us 2. Yeah, so this is offline. So really, this is the only new machine I added. What does my latest power thing look like? Where is my latest powered pole? Is this my furthest power pole? It is my furthest power pole. So this is 3 of 4. So let's add another power pole. Let's add that there. We'll build you over to you. And build you over to the new machine. There we go. That's going to start spitting out plates. Neato. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to end up using these plates in another recipe, so I'll need to add like a splitter and split it off, but this is it. RE7 Madhouse. Oh, right. You have to beat Mr. Jack Baker. Alright, so I think what I want to do is go downstairs. There's our first plate. It's beginning. We only need 50. We only need 50. There it goes. Alright, yeah, I think what I want to do is... One, maybe I should look at what bonuses I can get. Yes, we'll spend 6 hours today on it. How many hours did you spend last time? Or maybe I'll beat him off stream. And we'll start on the shit. No, you don't beat him off stream, sir. Oh, maybe people today are different. I don't know. I like watching the struggle. It's part of the fun. It's part of the fun is watching the player struggle against the boss. I don't necessarily like it all the time when it happens to me, but when it's happening to other people, it's fun. Alright. It's just like Pathfinder. Yeah, right? You didn't beat that boss off stream, did you? I don't think you did. I'm pretty sure you beat that all on stream, right? For the 6 hours? That's why the stream was so long. What was I doing? Right, right. So I'm gonna do, I think, one more biofuel run, and then I'm gonna count the number of reactors for each level, and then try to build out this thing. Essentially, a new power station. Although, God, maybe I shouldn't. I'll lay the foundations for it, but now I think about it, since the culmination of this faceplate is getting access to coal, I don't want to build out the production lines for biofuel if I'm going to be using coal. So I may just wait until we have all 50 of these plates, and then wait until we have coal to make the power facility. Took you 4 tries in your run? Man, you remember how many tries it took me? I don't remember how many tries it took me. How many tries did it take you? Well, yeah, Pathfinder was, it was obviously beatable. It was kind of annoying because they, like, made him super, super fast with attacks whenever, like, it feels like the game wasn't really made to accommodate super fast opponents. And you don't really face super fast opponents until then. He's like the only super fast guy in the entire game. And you could say he's a last boss fight, so it makes sense. But still. It just, like, I feel like they should have added, like, a dodge or a parry or something to combat him. Because what they ended up doing, if I recall correctly, is just have, like, as, like, a defense, you had to, like, maneuver yourself between these random pillars in the final boss stage to stop him from attacking you, which, I mean, worked, but it did not seem legit. It felt kind of gamey and cheap, I guess, in a way. Said Eliza was well-paced too. Had weak spots to shoot while other enemies charged you. I don't even remember Eliza. Oh, he took you, of course, took 67 tries, huh? Are you sure it's legit 67 tries? Are you positive, Jason? Are you sure? Alright. The church section. Oh, yeah. That fight wasn't actually bad. I feel like I would have beaten it on the first or second try if my game didn't crash. But my game crashed. That's what made me so pissed off about that, because not only did it crash, but it was crashing at the last section of the boss. The very last part of the boss, and it would crash. This freaking thing. I fought it multiple times, where I figured out that apparently ray tracing just breaks the game. Alright, so let's dump some logs into you. Do I only have 1 stack of logs? Oh, I guess I only have 1 stack of logs. Well, hopefully maybe I won't need more. And then let's get some leaves into you. Fantastic. Those will start churning back out. Perfect. And we're still choked out on biofuels, so we're fine. What am I doing with my life? Right. I want to look for a location to build our power station. Because remember, actually, let me grab a bunch of concrete too. Remember, we don't need